If you enjoy loud banter,
You getting bodied by a blogger?
jokes going back and forth like a sword cutting through unfiltered opinions, and raw honesty in the hip-hop culture,
Why don't you like Drake?
I don't like anything about Drake. I might just let me shut up.
then you probably know of the Joe Budden podcast. Joe's had problems with many people at different times in his career, often leading to explosive confrontations. In this video, we'll count down the many times Joe Budden blew up on someone, whether he was right or wrong, showcasing the intensity and drama that have become synonymous with his name. Angel Diaz. Let's start this one with a hilarious exchange. Meet Angel Diaz. He is a writer for Complex and got on the wrong side of Joe Budden. Diaz wrote an article about Budden dropping his album and getting into a thing with Drake over some diss tracks. I guess there was some misinformation in the article and some words that Joe wasn't too happy about. He also presses academics in this exchange, which really makes for some great content. Check it out.
Joe found out that Drake was gonna diss him, but Drake's diss didn't come out yet. And then Joe was already talking about it as if it had come out yet and seemed crazy, reasonably. Angel wrote a piece calling Joe a conspiracy theorist.
Now, Angel Diaz, you are from Paterson, New Jersey. I have read many of your articles, none of them I deem to be objective. That is my opinion. My co-host has formed his own opinion about you, which makes me want to get you fired from Complex. Angel Diaz, right? My problem with you, and I will only talk about you, comes from your lack of objectivity in the Drake Joe Budden one-sided beef that I perpetuated because he's scared of real. I read a Complex article, and you, who's from New Jersey, Paterson, New Jersey, right next to where I live, said Joe Budden is a failure who is craving attention.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
I wrote failure and craving it.
Yes.
That sounds like some you
Were you promoting your album?
David,
I said you were promoting your album.
I was not.
But your album came out right after
David
the
would
beef.
be incorrect, and that's my problem with Complex.
Your album dropped right after that.
My album dropped in October. I tore Drake ass up all of July. Every time I kicked his ass, did not promote my album. Because the pundits like you would say, I'm only trying to promote an album. Joe Budden has never given a f about promotion, Angel Diaz.
It was about the
Joe
podcast.
Budden only cares about the forwarding of the culture, Angel Diaz. It ain't about the podcast. I care about rap. Rap! No, you wrong. You just wrong. Shut the f up and...
Budden is on attack mode, and it looks like there is gonna be no letting up on this kid. The conversation continues, and it seems like things are only going to get worse.
We're gonna have a conversation, and we're gonna have dialogue. He too pussy to say it. When I see this, I got a problem with it.
Hold on. You have problems with his articles. I've never really seen his articles. What I've seen,
You so f***ing pussy. Get off.
No. Wait. Here's the thing. You have me blocked. I'm wondering why.
Because they don't fuck with you. They don't fuck with you musically, that's why.
Get out of here, man. He slandered you. He that's some valid points. You were looking for attention a little bit. Get
Well, I just didn't.
What about you?
I just didn't like your content. That's all.
You just didn't like my content.
I probably should have muted you, but I blocked you.
I'm not.
Finally, Budden calms down a little bit and actually has some calmer words with the young man instead of screaming. But this is Joe Budden we're talking about. How long you really think that's gonna last?
How does it hit for those stories?
They do, right?
When he slanders the shit out of Joe and says some crazy because it's not hold on, there's other artists that don't you. You know this, right?
Yeah, I'm aware. You kept going at Drake and he didn't respond. I feel like you're a better rapper than Drake is. But
I didn't feel like that was expressed. But it's fine, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Yo, that's the thing that people miss. I don't take anything personally. I don't care. He could have said, yo,
I just felt like the Calabasas.
Don't take nothing personally. I'm done. I'm out of here.
When I listen to the podcast,
And I'm backpedaling.
I could be wrong, but that's what I
He's been looking for this for like.
No, it was.
How long we been here?
The way you were breaking it down, it felt like you was you was
All right,
making
so
up
let me give you
conspiracy
something to
theories.
eat. Let me-
He was like, I went out to eat with him one time, and
I never said that. I never said that.
Smoked hookah.
Said that.
He did
I
say
never.
that.
Show me.
That he
Show me
paid the
where.
bill?
I will pay Angel Diaz.
That he-
If
whenever-
finds
whenever
where
they
I
went-
said Drake paid a bill for Joe Budden. It's my fucking problem up here.
that was at your podcast. You said that in the Calabasas.
If you don't knock it the off, ain't nobody say that. Ain't nobody ever say I went to dinner with Drake and he paid for a bill. You made me break my Rolex.
Yeah, you have a artist/writer beef, and I get it. But
I want him to be objective no matter what.
No. All right, no. Hold on. So that's
I don't mind. Write what you want. Joe Budden. I'm whack. I'm horrible.
That's why I'm asking him. Do you feel like?
But you really whack. He was right.
Yeah, that's why I had you blocked. You're really whack.
Lil Yachty. Next up on the list is Lil Yachty. Yachty dropped an album in 2017, and he and the album cover was a discussion on the Everyday Struggle podcast. Joe Budden let everyone know how he felt about the rapper.
We have a black girl in front of him. She looks like she's having a grand time. We have a girl with some weird hair over there.
She might be
There's a lot going on. All of these people look like kids, right? Right? They
in a sense.
I guess the most controversial part of that would be the two gay gentlemen kissing.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about Yachty. I never want to talk about Yachty. I don't think that Yachty is hip hop. I don't think that Yachty's label is hip hop.
Did you hear Peekaboo?
I don't think that Yachty is hip hop. I don't think that Yachty's label is hip hop. And when you're not hip hop and you're trying to just troll or exploit, you get things like this. You get things like this album cover, which is to draw attention to music that's not drawing attention. I don't like it. I never want to talk about Yachty.
Later, on another episode of the podcast, Lil Yachty appeared on the show as a guest. During the show, Budden had a hard time hiding his personal opinions.
Yeah, I came up with that cover and
Nobody from the art department at the label came up with this cover.
No,
you went to the
actually-
label and said, I want two gay dudes kissing. I want the white girl with the funny hair. You went to the label and said you want all of that.
Actually, I didn't go to the label.
You called?
I didn't call the label. It has nothing to do with the label. We do it and then we give it to the label. I'm happy every day because life is moving in such a positive way. I can't get slowed down.
Okay, let me tell you about how humans are.
Okay, I'm listening.
Feelings are fickle. What that means is they come and they go. Nobody is one thing forever. You cannot tell me, you would be the lying to tell me that as a young man, how old are you?
19.
In this industry, in this music industry, in the music business, you are happy 24/7. That is a lie.
So-
that is bull. And I refuse to have somebody tell me bull. I want to have an honest
So
conversation.
when you come from a college dorm room with no money, okay, you scamming credit
Which is
cards.
all college dorm rooms.
And you ain't getting no play with no girls, you have no clothes, you have no car, and you come to having 3-4 cars, you got millions of dollars, $500,000 on your body just to wear, and any kind of clothes you want, any hoes you want, how could you be upset?
Because I don't think that's where your values lie. I said some things on this show whenever that was, and when I watched it back, I thought it was harsh. I'll be honest. I thought it was harsh, number one, because of your age. I thought it was harsh because I do believe that there's an entire community of hip hop that y'all are in charge of, right? So, is that sounding old guy mad still?
No, it sounds like you know you f***ed up and you trying to bring it back.
I ain't f***ed up.
What you said? Let me
At this point, a heated exchange transpired as both tried to defend their viewpoint.
Then tell me what you want from hip hop.
I mean,
You don't think that's a question you should answer at some point?
what do I want from hip hop?
Or are you leaving all of this to QC to figure out?
Nah, I mean, I'm making music, bro. I'm just having fun. You know what I'm saying? My fans
You're gonna
love
have
it.
a problem with just having fun and fun.
What did you want from hip hop?
You're gonna have a big problem with just having.
Yeah, what
you
did
don't
you want
sound
in
like
19?
you very aware with what's going on, and you one of the hottest on earth.
But what do you want me to say? You want me to say?
I want you to be aware of your business. I want you to know whether you're in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life and took you from college dorm rooms, eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
My chill.
Drake and OVO. Another artist who faced the brunt of Joe's explosive temper was Drake and his OVO fans. As usual, it all started when Budden called out Drake's 4th album, Views, as sounding uninspired.
I like Drake's album because I'm rambling. Bigger than what he's talking about. Because him and Hove at the top. We've been doing this for a year. Him and Hove at the top. Whatever those two are fighting about, let me be the one to say it since nobody else will say it. Whatever the Drake, Hove, and I'm gonna say Dre and Iveen too. Whatever the
at the top of music know is coming, they're preparing for it. And if you love music and are passionate about music, you better prepare for it too. There's a trickle-down effect occurring now. Not later. Now. Just fighting for position. Now. I think that kid on that album that I heard sounds real uninspired. That's what I think. 40, you sound amazing. 40 continues to progress. Drake, you do not. I said the other day on this podcast, I miss the Drake that starts the waves, not hops on other waves. And I'll say it again. I miss Drake that pushes the agenda, not let the agenda push him.
That month, Drake dropped a song from his timestamp series titled 4 p.m. in Calabasas, which Budden believed included jabs towards him. Budden actually credited the song on Twitter saying, "He snapped just now, even if he dissed me and Puff the whole time. He ain't sound that inspired in a minute to me." Then, Budden fired with a direct diss track called Making a Murderer Part 1, calling the Canadian rapper fake, among a number of other harsh lines.
Fire the kill shot, the fire's still hot. Word to your Versace, velours the Kyra still got. You playing chess with the chrome of the pump, let it blast, checker pass, should've known from the jump. So whatever you want, roll, executives got your soul. Sedatives, I'm repetitive with those records show for regular Joe. Selling records was never the go, I never sold records, I kept records of what I sold.
The two went back and forth with more disses in their music. And then, Drake directly addressed the feud on stage during a show in Dallas. During his Summer 16 tour, he said,
"We got that good energy going on. I should have brought Joe Budden up here and let him do Pump It Up one time tonight. Pump it up."
Now here's where things get really funny, and we see Joe's temper come out. Not to mention, this time it's completely justifiable. Some OVO fans decided to roll up on Budden at his home, and to their surprise, they realized Joe was a straight G.
This Joe Budden. This Joe Budden. Joe Budden.
This man's dead ass chasing us, boy. Yo, we're getting chased by Joe Budden, man. Yo, chill. Oh my. Boy! Follow me on Twitter, boy! Yo, what the Yo! Back up.
That wasn't me.
Out the door. Go. Yo, back up. Back up. Yo, don't. I'm trying to make.
Sir,
Yo.
Sir, that wasn't me.
Yo, back up.
That wasn't me. I'm
back
sorry.
up.
Rock again. I'm gonna kill one of you little niggas.
All right, I'm sorry. Sir, I'm sorry.
Yo, chill.
Sir, I'm sorry for them. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You got. That wasn't me. I wasn't. Okay, I'm sorry.
I keep seeing you tweet. Come on this block again, and I'm gonna hurt one of you niggas.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
not the internet.
I'm sorry.
I will kill one of you.
I understand. I'm sorry. I apologize for everything.
Do you hear the words I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
Nicki Minaj. Let's flip the script on Uncle Joe for this one. During his appearance on an episode of Nicki Minaj Queen Radio, Minaj decided to address a few issues she had with the podcast host, including accusations from Budden that Minaj was using drugs and someone needs to watch her.
Let's all try to guess the drugs that Nicki Minaj is on.
I would like to know. She might be the plug.
Well, we've all done a lot of drugs, so we can get to the bottom of this pretty quickly.
That's...
Somebody should watch her usage.
And who's filming her while usage is happening?
Yeah, you shouldn't film yourself high.
Nicki Minaj is 100% on something.
Wait, but you talk about the video with her opening up the presents?
That was confirmation for me, but I was already on that.
The two met up, and Budden got a taste of his own temper from the self-proclaimed queen.
I wish people knew I'm most comfortable in the most uncomfortable predicament.
And so am I. And so am I.
Trust me,
and so am I. And what the you won't do, what the you won't do.
Did that ever come?
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's behind you.
What the you won't do is disrespect me like I'm stupid. Because you know how intelligent and powerful I am, like you said, right? I'm so powerful, right, Joe?
Or because my mother raised me properly.
Oh, so your mother raised you to accuse people of being on drugs when you've never met them a day in your life?
I've never met you.
When last time you saw me?
Have I never met you is what I asked you.
When was the last time you saw me?
You is what I asked you.
When we was recording in Web Studio?
Oh, what do you know? I met you. Holy shit.
Oh, so your mother trained you to accuse people of being on a drug after you met them one time and never saw them for 10 more years.
So
after the BT cipher.
You haven't been on drugs.
That's what your mother raised you to do?
Okay.
That's what your mother raised you to do?
Nick.
That's what your mother raised you to do? Your mother raised you. Your mother raised taste of your own motherfucking medicine, motherfucker. You like talking about people and not having nobody responding. You like tearing down people's character when they can't respond, and when you like tearing down women when they can't defend themselves. You like tearing down women when you can try to end their career because low key you jealous of their success, right? Right? Boom. Boom. Stupid. Boom. I don't care.
This is great.
I don't care.
Can I respond?
No, we on to the next. We on to the next.
God damn it.
We on to the next.
Well, what's the next?
The next is whatever you want to talk about. Thank you for being here, by the way.
Now, we all probably thought this was going to be a blowout from both sides, but Budden respected Nicki's issues and took this one on the chin. But we aren't here for Nicki, so let's get back to the real fun, Joe's Temple. Ish. Budden hasn't only gone off on the guest on the show, he's also gotten into it with his co-hosts. There was a back and forth between Budden and Ish that got real heavy. It was all about who's taking whose girl and who had her first.
Facts. If you could get her, get her. That's the favorite line. You get her.
Listen, I don't, listen, any girl, I don't give a who she is. If I used to date her before, she could have been my girlfriend. If she want to give you some box, that's her box to give. I can't police that box.
Stop it.
No,
stop it.
Hold on.
You better stop it. You better stop it.
Hold on now.
Because I'll get that bazooka right out that closet.
You can't though.
Nigga.
You can't though.
You better stop it.
I stand by that.
You better stop it.
Now, I stand by that.
Stop.
There's no bazooka to get.
Stop, y'all.
It's not.
Because if that was the case, then why would you ever be questioning me about why your ex is at my house?
Boom. Because you made the statement that you would never do that.
I wouldn't do it.
But you did.
No, I didn't.
So let me answer you.
Now you flustered.
No,
now you flustered, looking stupid.
I'm not even
now
close.
You're looking stupid. It's a dialogue. It's a dialogue.
Well, stop cutting me off.
So your ex is at somebody's house. It's up.
Answer it.
It's up. It's a dialogue. Why are you cursing and screaming?
You always do this.
Why you don't have to scream? I'm your friend. I love you.
I'm gonna be a church mouse.
I did not do that to you because I love you.
No, you asked me a question, and then when I went to answer it, you cut me off. That's what took place.
This is a dialogue.
I know, so let me answer your question. Dialogue, man.
The name of this is
You asked me a question, let me answer. I had a conversation on what I would and wouldn't do. Joe said I would never do X, Y, and Z. I started laughing. It was on the podcast.
Yep, I remember.
I started laughing. So Joe like, what's so funny? Ha ha. I'm saying, yo, you would do that. He said, no, I wouldn't. I said, yes, you would. You had my ex in your house filling up with hookah.
That means I was trying to...
But no, you said I wouldn't entertain a nigga ex. Joe's comment, you not moving the goalpost today. We're not gonna get into a screaming match.
And you screaming.
Oh, we're here.
You
Joe
moving it and you screaming.
I don't even talk to the girl, my man's exes. Am I
yes.
wrong? Am I wrong,
That's
Clark?
a fact, yes.
Am I wrong?
That's a fact.
That is what you said.
I'm saying it now.
And I'm saying you lying because you have talked to my exes before. I didn't say I gave a f. I was pointing out that you did it.
The two continue to act like children for the next 5 minutes, and then the volume picks up again.
Again, I'm accepting that, but you are not accepting that you said something to the total contrary, which is I wouldn't hold no conversations with y'all.
One day when she feel like telling you the truth, she could tell you what was said to her face. Which supports my point of I would look at y'all like they are Martians if they tried that shit with me. Hey, whether I speak to you or not.
You dismissing my sentence. You're dismissing my sentence. Who said he won't hold the conversation with our Am I wrong, Ice?
He said it.
Am I wrong, Ice? So when you open the door and you light up a hookah, you are having a conversation with a
people I know.
Bruh,
Don't start losing context now. I have I'm not. You just need to keep up. I have conversations with all of y'all old still to this day. That's not what the we were saying.
That wasn't.
I would not be having a conversation trying to pop your old.
Look at the new.
Nor would I dignified she was trying to pop. You talk about a hookah with your sensitive ass.
I'm far from sensitive. I don't give a about these.
You asked me 10 years later, nigga.
Like you did with your bitch.
So basically what happened was, Joe said he wouldn't have a conversation with anyone's old trick, but he was talking about a conversation in a sexual way, like trying to pull the girl. Ish took it literally, as if it was any type of conversation, which doesn't make sense since these dudes are all homies, and they probably chat with each other's girls. The two held on to their feelings and brought it up a few months later on another episode and picked up right where they left off. Budden versus Consequence and Love and Hip Hop. The two were on rough terms for a while. Check out this fight they had in the middle of the city 11 years ago.
Yo, baby, yo, look at this, yo, look. Look, I'm right here. Look at Consequence. Look, you see the boys. You see the boys right now. Look. Yeah. Oh. See Joe. Oh. Yeah, Joe Budden. Joe Budden got his crew on him. God caught him, y'all. Caught him. Yeah, you see him black. Soon. Joe Budden on play. Yeah, we hit y'all.
Cameras down, guys. Cameras down.
Then on the Love and Hip Hop show, Consequence had more words directed towards Joe. They brought up an incident that happened at Hot 97 where Joe confronted Consequence backstage. Things chilled out for a little bit, then got heated again when they started talking about the Hot 97 issue. Consequence gets removed from the set.
And because he's talking to Jack Thriller, is gonna say, if he does another interview about me, I'm gonna approach him in a different way.
So you took that as a threat? Is that how it was intended?
That's plain as day. I just had a whole conversation with you at the radio station.
All right, so to hear he ended up hitting Consequence.
Why'd you do it?
All right,
Well,
listen.
Since he said that.
All right.
Rather than do that when my back is turned, I'm from the school of...
You ain't from no school, but you ain't never...
Take a time out.
DJ Vlad. There was a long history between the two, and lots have happened throughout their time in the industry. If you're interested in more about the beef between Joe and Vlad, check out this video we created on the mini beefs of DJ Vlad, where we go into a deeper detail of this feud. The link will be in the description. However, for this video, we're going to highlight a calm Joe Budden explaining how he feels about the Ukrainian DJ.
Now, let me start by saying this. Vlad, you and I did an interview, as you admitted in this interview, at my complex many years ago when I wasn't so well versed about you, right? Shortly after that, I learned about your Rick Ross antics, and I learned about what happened at the Ozone Awards. If you're unfamiliar, you can Google Vlad and the Ozone Awards and Rick Ross. It's not my place to share it, but do your Googles. And whatever happened there, that led to Def Jam having to pay you a hefty amount in a lawsuit. Vlad, let me tell you something about me. I do view people that sue very different than regular people. People that antagonize and provoke and then sue when repercussions occur, I view it a certain way. I will be honest with you.
That's a fact.
That was strike one for me with you. Strike two was the fact that I did that interview with you, a nobody novice startup at the time. I did that interview with you, and you went on from there to provoke and antagonize and take advantage of a very young Joe Budden and Ransom, which led to Ransom spending some years in jail and a really good guy getting the shit smacked out of him for no reason. He had nothing to do with anything. Yes.
Really cool.
I put that on you. See, and that's the thing, Vlad.
Shout out to Ransom.
It's not that I was in bad. Yeah, 100% shout out to Ransom.
I'm glad you guys are cool, by the way.
We're super cool.
I don't know if we ever got into that conversation, but I'm really happy y'all are good.
We're cool. We were able to speak through it. Rand went to jail, unfortunately, and I acted like an idiot all over the internet. That had nothing to do with you, but I didn't lose the fact. It wasn't lost on me that you instigated, provoked, and antagonized the situation between black men that know each other.
That could have gotten really bad.
Fast forward a little bit from there, Vlad. Crooked Eye was shot at in Los Angeles, as you admitted to yourself in this interview. And you took that footage while having a relationship with Crooked Eye and aired it. That was not only a legal matter, but a street matter and a friend matter. And you aired that footage, and Slaughterhouse was angry, especially Joe. That's 3 strikes for me.
Once in a while, it's nice to see Joe level-headed and able to school Vlad real calm and respectful like. DJ Academics. This one will bring you back to your childhood, making you feel like a little boy getting yelled at by their father. Academics looks like a little puppy reprimanded for being stupid. Budden was pissed at the way Ack was handling his interactions with XXXTentacion, who was later killed after this interview for the exact things Joe was talking to him about.
Everything I tell him pertains to that situation.
I'm telling you something. Stay your little ass away from his little ass. You know why? Because when it get real, my OGs is gonna have to come into play, and I'm gonna have to tell niggas, hey, Ack ain't, you know what I mean? Keep away from his little ass. They gonna hurt him.
That's on him.
Good. Keep it on him.
Well, listen, this is what I'm saying.
Keep it on him.
Listen.
Keep it on him, nigga.
My integrity in all this shit.
Got no accountability nowadays. Keep it on him.
Okay, and the same way when something happens, whatever, and
stop reporting on street shit. The street will escalate to a point where you're not gonna report on it. And you can't report on it. Or else. I hate to have these conversations on platforms like this, but I have to because little like this. Every time his name come up, I give him good advice, he ignores it. So now what you think I'm gonna do? Continue to waste words and breath?
Okay, maybe we just shouldn't talk about this on the show anymore then.
Get this out of here.
Okay, well,
he got some issues and he don't value his own life. He done got punched on a stage. He is fighting for his life in court.
Okay.
You are beating fans up. Man, no, because I don't want to hear. I want to go to the next.
Sure, can we give him a minute at least to
Here's the thing.
respond?
The same thing. Okay, I'm with you, but most of the stuff that happens there, we talk about on the show here. You get me? So it's hypocritical, right? When he got punched, when Dolph got shot at, we talked about these things here, right? So if you're saying
when Trippie Redd got jumped, we talked about it here? Yes or no?
You
want me to? Yes or no?
If he was a big enough artist,
no, that's not true. They tried to talk about it here. You know who stopped that? I did.
We took it off the rundown.
Okay, so let
time out, YouTube media, nigga. There is a precedent. I'm telling you that because you don't fucking know the street.
Eminem. In 2018, Eminem released his surprise album, Kamikaze, where he didn't hold back in criticizing the contemporary hip-hop scene, targeting various artists and critics. One of the most notable disses was aimed directly at Joe Budden on the track Fall. Eminem rapped,
"Somebody tell Budden before I snap, he better fasten it, or have his body back and zip the closest thing he's had to hits of smacking bitches."
and reignited tensions between the two rappers, stemming from Budden's previous criticisms of Eminem's recent work. Joe Budden, who was formerly signed to Shady Records as part of the group Slaughterhouse, didn't take these words lightly. In response, he delivered a fiery rant on his podcast, addressing the diss.
Let me be the first to tell you, since you've been in this megastar cocoon, because that's what happens with the megastars, y'all stay in cocoons. You popped off quick, and when you pop off quick, all that type of success, oh man, it's a lot to deal with, baby. Baby, is it a lot to deal with? They sheltered you your whole career. They had to. Who was selling records like that? Only moving units, Pimp Juice, and us. You was doing amazing shit, and you've been sheltered. Let me speed this up for you. Newsflash M. I heard the album, and because I think you don't really know all the members that were in the group, I don't really think you know our history. Let me tell you what Joe Budden has thought this entire time. I've been better than you this entire decade, but in my rapper brain, I'm a content. You gotta say something. You have not said anything for the better part of a whole decade.
Woo, boy, my guy had some strong words for M. But that's not the end of it. We got more Explosive Joe coming up. You have to realize, this is the last real segment of the video. So we gotta go out with a bang. Joey, take it home.
You have rhymed a bunch of words. So, let me give you some love. Eminem is the best rhymer of words in the world, on the planet. He can rhyme letters. He can rhyme words that don't rhyme. He can rhyme accents damn near. He can do a lot. Boy, he's talented. Know the hip hop I fell in love with? The hip hop that said you gotta say something. I personally haven't heard that, Marshall, in quite some time. How could I be mesmerized of someone that I think I'm better than? You've been in your cocoon, so you're unaware of a few things. The tricks that you tried with the pop stars, you can't come out of your cocoon and pull with the rappers. M, you're no longer in control.
Now, it's important to hear both sides of the story. So, with all the respect to the game, here's what Eminem had to say in response to Joe's tangent.
You're doing something, you got a voice in hip hop, so you actually could be affecting this ship a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't owe me nothing. But I've never gotten a interview and been like, Joe Budden is trash. That last album he put out is trash. Kamikaze is like, all right, what if I give everybody my opinion? What I was told, I didn't hear this firsthand, but Joe said, Slaughterhouse ain't hot right now. We don't have a buzz. We need to put out a mixtape. From that point, everybody started branching out. Royce went and did his album, Prime. Like, everybody started doing their own kind of solo shit. We made the first Slaughterhouse album.
The Welcome to Our House?
The Welcome to Our House. That was another album that I felt like, holy shit, people literally just trashed this. They trashed this album. There was a huge backlash of, oh man, this ain't what we want to hear. It sounds too polished and all this shit. Like, you're not, listen, you're critiquing these guys who are wordsmiths. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a certain type of person that, oh man, I only like the beats. There's a certain type of person that will lean towards lyrics more. There's a certain type of person that will lean towards a voice more. They like better. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody leans towards their own thing. But the only thing I did was added my little touch of like sprinkling music in these tracks and mixing them to try to bring out, you know, the production a little bit. But all I heard was the backlash that it was too polished. We gave him another album, and next thing I know, I hear Joe talking about who got that money, who got what money. Like,
he did say, I saw a clip that he put up, an interview with him and Crooked, that he felt like that maybe, perhaps, like he alluded that you and Paul got majority of the money.
But the album, I hate to say this because I think the guys are super talented, but the album didn't do much to even recoup the first budget. Then we spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on the second album that never came out. To be the worst song you've ever heard in your life? Have you listened to your own? Do you not listen back? Because if that's the worst song you've ever heard in your life, I don't know. I want to just make it clear though that aside from the Joe shit, I think that Slaughterhouse is one of the best rap groups ever to ever happen.
Before we leave you with the outro, let's run a quick montage of Joe Budden at his finest. I hate to say it, but you gotta love this loud-ass nutball.
These Smack and URL and all these think that battle rap started and ended with them. It didn't. F y'all niggas. Like, how about y'all talking about us, the regular rappers should show some respect? How about y'all show some respect for the battle rappers that came before y'all when it wasn't a Smack? When Smack had a camera on niggas like me. Not y'all. Now I sound like I'm angry. See, I hate that.
So we got to take I'm just taking what Chance said for what it is. Of course, there could be some backstory there, but I'm saying he said
the second that he takes $500,000 from them with the promise of exclusivity, he is relinquishing his control. He is not independent.
He controlled making that deal.
Point.
Yeah, I mean, he did. He controlled, he said, this is what I want to do with my project.
He controlled making the project.
I want to bring it to Apple.
Y'all are not arguing against my point. I don't care what the he did when he created the project. Once he had the project in tow,
Fam,
His
that's
next
what you talking about.
What do you mean? What I'm talking about? Everybody in the world has to make a project, Rory. What you do with the project is how you're labeled.
Yeah.
I don't care what he was when he made it.
I'm saying he had control by going to Apple and saying, "Yo, you can hold this."
And he
for 2
gave
weeks.
away his control, so he's not independent. It's black. It's not difficult. What I'm saying.
He gave it away for 2 weeks.
It's a deal.
So you are not independent.
They no longer have any dealings though on my A game or what Justice League, right?
But I would have thrown like a cannabis shot at LL.
All right. Actually,
what you about to play?
Come on, real hip hop man.
You got
Take us there. Teach us. Give us the knowledge. Come on, KRS Joe. Let's do it.
Or you could talk and not pay attention to me, so we can have a cohesive podcast.
We're talking, Joe.
Cohesive.
Podcast is.
Keep
What's your
talking to
problem
me.
today?
What you say? You keep talking to me. It's millions of people listening. You staring at me, looking at me. Talk to them.
Yeah,
do what I'm doing.
I'm looking at them.
Talking to you.
We talk to each other on this podcast. We don't talk to them.
I'm gonna fight both of you. That's all. I'm working.
Grumpy Joe is back.
Word.
People rough weekend.
Did 3 bicep curls and now he's angry as like, you're a really nice person this weekend.
God, man. What made that? Do that.
And I think Joe's exact quote, my ears don't hear sales or money.
That's true. But I replied that way.
What is
I said
I don't think Sahai.
my ears don't hear that.
mean?
I don't think Sahai want any type of smoke with me.
He said he does.
I know. Wait, time out. I think he thinks that. I think he thinks that.
No, he wants that.
No, he don't.
He does.
No, he don't.
He does.
No, he don't.
Okay,
No,
Sahai.
he don't.
Sahai, put the record out.
Say something. Hey,
Sahai,
hey, wait.
Hey,
More,
Sahai,
hey,
put the
more.
record
Check
out.
this out. More Rory Parks. Hey, all you. I never need y'all to speak for me. Hey, any of you rappers, it's still Joe. Put the record out and say what you guys say. Don't talk about it, my. I'm here.
But you're not
I'm
gonna rap.
not scared of none of these rappers.
But you're not gonna rap.
But are you gonna say I'm retired?
Afterwards? In his goddamn head, Sahai don't want no.
I don't know that right now.
I'm finished with you.
I don't
man.
know that.
What are we talking about?
Sahai's a kicking
What
rap.
are we? Well, when Joe gets some time, and if he put a record out, that'll be the end of him. The only one smoke with Joe is Lil B. That's it. Anybody? All these other y'all there, I don't give a f- what you talking about. Yo, all right, let's talk about it, man. Because I'm sick of it. Enough of this.
Well, hold on. For those
explain
that don't know and didn't listen to last episode, we were a bit critical, except for Maul. Maul said he
Shit was
absolutely loved
whack.
it. Maul said
That shit was ass. Nigga. Hey, Sway Lee, hear me good. Here to double down.
I think we all may need a drink after this one. You've made it through the outrageous and most explosive moments of Joe Budden, from Everyday Struggle to the JB podcast to whatever other platform he be yelling on. We have watched our fearless host tear up some new holes and also get worked a little himself. Regardless of how you feel about Budden, his heart seems to be somewhat pure, especially for the fact that he really wants nothing more than to elevate hip-hop culture and bring it back to a place we can all respect and love. Let us know in the comments if you're a fan, or if you can't stand bro, what was the funniest moment in the video? And let us know about some other altercations we missed. There is a lot of angry Joe Budden content out there, so if you guys shoot us enough comments with other intense situations, we'll put together another video for y'all. Check out these other videos in the meantime, and please help us continue to grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Your support means the world, and as always, we look forward to seeing you in the next one.